Well, friends. Good night, good night, good night. Welcome to our mini live. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Where are you? Let me make sure that I can see y'all first and that y'all have hopped on. Um, hmm, how are you? How are you? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Um, Dalen is still under the bus, I can see, and a lot of things are happening, and Anthony is still acting. As I've said to y'all before, all of what all of what Anthony is doing is a bunch of an act. Now, Charmian had put in the comments that maybe Anthony prayed a prayer and maybe this is like the what you call it, the where you said it was the repercussion. I don't think so, Charmian, because honestly, this peck on the cheek is nothing in comparison to what Amber has gone through with everything that Anthony has done for her. That's just my take on it. This is nothing. It's nothing incomparable to that. Nothing incomparable to that. Based on what he's saying, it's nothing is comparable. I could have understand it that maybe if it was something else that had happened and they went further, but this no, this is not it for sure. But hey, nothing wrong if you think that though. Let's go.
What do you want?
Hey man, what's up, brother?
Like I said, what do you want?
Man, I was just calling to see, bro, if maybe you had a minute or two, man, where I could just stop by and holler at you for a second.
Whatever you got to say to me, you can say over the phone, man.
And bro, man, we go way back, man. We brothers, bro.
So a little peck on the cheek or on the lip, whatever it is. This is exactly where they are because of a peck on the lip. A peck on the lip. And don't get me wrong, again, I am not saying that Dalen is right, but I'm just showing you how far the friendship gone.
We done been through a lot. And I'm just saying, man, let your brother get that face-to-face talk with you.
You know, Dalen, we've seen each other plenty of times. Plenty of times through whatever happened when you kissed Amber. Why couldn't you have had a face-to-face with me then?
And man, bro, you was heated. That just wasn't the time, man. I tried.
And he's right. It's unrealistic to be saying that the man should be telling at that point in time. Okay, so at a time when he's having just work it up. At a time when he's going through this entire fiasco, is that what it is? Yes, Charmin, I'm glad you're realizing it. Men can dish it, but them can't take it. Always understand that. No man at all can take it. Which is exactly why I'm gonna tell you, if you want a relationship to work, you may not want to disclose certain things to a man because he imagines things. And a man's mind is very imaginative. It's just how men are. That's just what it is. And it really is true.
But I'm just asking, after everything we've been through, bro, man, just hear me out.
You kissed my wife, Dalen.
Kiss my wife.
We are aware that he kissed your wife, my friend. We are aware. And them tell you. And it gone. And I listen. So, okay, Yes, Shaman, you're correct. Men cannot take whatever it is that you're talking about. We just can't. And I've told you why. And I keep telling y'all why. That's why I'm tell you say Amber shouldn't have told him. I'm telling you why you not tell a man them thing there. Because you make his mind run wild. Yes, if she was to tell me the same thing, my mind would have run wild. No, the only difference is that because of the situation that he's coming from, the truth is there is much to be desired with it though.
And I hear you, man. And I'm just asking, would you just give me a minute, bro?
I'll see you tomorrow.
Appreciate that, man.
Babe, I really hate that all this happened.
think so.
Marlon England, WhatsApp. I should have told you earlier.
Yeah.
The only time you could have told him was during therapy, which is exactly when you would have want to bring these things out during therapy. If you wanted to bring this out, therapy was the best place to have talked about this. But again, what spot has this marriage had to actually have any talk at all? Because the truth is, every single turn you turn, there was an issue. She's still being stepped on like a little ant because he's going to step on her like a little ant. Because as far as he's concerned, this is where you get Amber in line. You put Amber in line by her morality and her beliefs. It is sad, you know. And that's why I keep saying what I'm saying. Of course, Anthony is acting. This is all an act. Do you think, let me ask you a question. Do you think that this is an act? That I question. One for yes and two for no. No, Shayla now call me. God is lying to be myself. Do you think it's an act? It's an act. Me telling you say it's an act. God is Shayla now call me. We mean she have Iman, she now call me right now.
Why didn't you?
Baby, it was just so much going on. I just didn't want to add to everything. I'm sorry.
What has occurred is that he has found a way to take over control of Amber's head again. Him find a way and him get to take over. The Oscar, if you give him the Oscar. It's, yeah, man, if you give him the Oscar, man. So let me see what you're saying, Charmin. You're saying a lot of things. We are saying that Anthony should not react the way that he's reacting because of his own actions, but deep down he's hurt because of Dalen meant to him. Dalen condoned all of the crap that he was doing. But that's the thing we are saying, Shami, that's the point that I raise, listen to me. I think that what I'm saying is that, and I'm not saying Anthony is supposed to be condoning anything, but there's nothing to condone. You have, this is what I'm saying. Anthony has created an ish storm. And you have to deal with the things that come with that ish storm. The reason why Anthony's marriage is on the rocks and all of these things has happened in his marriage and to his wife is because of him. What I'm saying is that he must take responsibility for that. A next man should never have been comforting his wife. The reason why a next man was comforting his wife is because of his behavior. That is what I'm saying, Charmaine. That's what I'm saying. It's not the condoning of anything, It's the mere fact that he brought this on top of the entire marriage. Anthony is the reason why all of this has occurred. Anthony, right here, so Anthony is the reason why this has occurred. Has occurred. There you go. One for yes and two for no. That's the point I'm trying to raise. Before the Wayne thing, we can understand that. If, put it this way, if the Wayne thing was that much of a bother, him should have leave. I told you all that before. Why him never leave? Instead, he stayed, played a role him trying to see if him could have play, get a couple licks back with Shayla, nearly have a baby with Shayla, and then when you're done, move in with Shayla. And then now your wife go through this big old emotional storm. So now she and Dalen is trying to see exactly if them can comfort them one another because Dalen is heartbroken to the mere fact that, Amber is hurting. Amber is heartbroken to the fact that she's heard from what's going on with him and Shayla. What you mean? Aren't you seeing exactly what I'm seeing in all of this? So you can't complain. You can't complain. Anthony must take the full brunt of this. Anywho, let me read some comments. Mary, give me one more, Mary. Let me see a comment. Anthony bent out of shape over a kiss, forgetting that he had Shayla, his wife's best friend, bent all over the apartment, the lake house, Arby's place, etc., and possibly gave her a child. Exactly. I don't want to hear it, man. It's like the peck is so irrelevant. The kiss with Dalen and Amber is so irrelevant. And what the man is doing, the writers are seeing if they can challenge your minds to see how y'all compare events. Am I saying it is right? It's not right. But that's what them do. They find some way of justifying say Anthony right for behaving like this. Amber is dumbass dealing with this piece of whatever it is. Ain't word crap. He has found a way. He has found a way to make her feel like a piece of you know what it is. Yes, it is. And act because he want Amber to feel guilty and to forget that he and she exactly. That's all of what this is about. You know, that's what the man is doing. Man, I play this role. He is playing this role. I saw the act from a mile away. I told you what the act was. The act is to get Amber in line. Amber is kept in line by her morality. She have a deep moral compass, and she's a very moral person, and she up to certain standards. She holds certain things in high regard, and so he's using that. He's just acting. He is manipulating Amber. That's exactly what he's doing. What the man do is cement himself as the right person inside of the entire thing. And the writers aren't right for writing this because you do have people like this. They will use ways of doing this. Please keep the comment clean, guys. Please do. No curse words, please. Remember, I have a YouTube platform. Please, guys, have to keep the channel clean. Yes. And this is actually just an introduction into the Anthony is about to face because Anthony has yet accountability for his actions. There's no accountability. Why you think I'm not even so hell-bent over the kiss none at all? I'm going to say it was a waste of time. Dalen told him to go see Amber and he asked Dalen to go ahead instead. Y'all look like you're gonna forget this. You know, me love when people bring the receipts them. Y'all look like you forgot exactly all of this. Yes. Yes, he is the reason why all this has happened, but we're here now, so we all need to move on. Yeah, but so you can't complain though. He cannot be upset right now about something that has happened in the past though, if that's what you're saying. Yeah, man. But him can't think about that now. That's the point we're trying to raise is him can bring up a million and one things. What about him being Amber's king when he's supposed to be there for her? When he was supposed to be by her side, he went to choose the baby mother. One cannot go without the other. One cannot go without the other, you know. One cannot go without the other. To this day, has he even told Amber about the theater? Maybe me miss something. If the DNA test results come back in the child and I'm done, and it's his child, I'm done. Yeah, he is a master narcissist. Master. This clown did everything in Amber's face, and he has the nerve to be upset about that. Please, exactly. Him have the nerve. I don't want to hear nothing about it. I don't want to hear nothing about the kiss, man, because the kiss, it is irrelevant. It never went anywhere. We review it today again and again. Must about 3 seconds it lasts. And the man do whatever it is for an eternity, and we're talking about we're here now. Come, Charmian. Come again, man. Come again, Charmian. And yes, man can't take it. On the hill, man I give one and I get back one. I don't that calling. Bun for bun. Anthony was so afraid of facing Amber after the way he ran and hid in the woods. Yeah, man, and that to talk about, man. No, I'm not taking the spotlight off of what the spotlight is. The spotlight is not Dalen and Amber's kiss. The spotlight is the time Anthony has spent doing foolishness. Of course, Rico DIY. We're definitely moving on. Of course, I want him to move on. Now, my thing though is, I really hope that Anthony lose all of his money because the money makes him feel very powerful. My thing now is right. I saw. Will this get worse tomorrow? That's my thing now. One for yes, and two for no. Will this get worse tomorrow? Because when them start explain these things, sometimes somebody might say something and then all of a sudden it changes. And Amber is sitting around feeling dense, and she's crazy for feeling like she does. Anthony know what he's doing. Anthony knows what he's doing, man. He's playing the role he's playing the role. This is a master chess move. The move Anthony make is a master chess move. Cheryl, where is Cheryl? And mad about a kiss. But if Kai is his, it wouldn't even compare. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't even compare. The events don't even compare. Where's Mary? That was hilarious. Charmian, It not even compare. Charmaine, me know you're saying about it not even compare the levels that Anthony's at right now. Him shouldn't even, he should still be working at this point in time. To be very, very fair with you. Wait until he finds out about Kelvin and how they could have been a thing. And now Dalen is the best friend with Kelvin. Exactly. Wait till him find out about him. I'll complain about that too. I think that Dalen will be needed tomorrow to console Anthony after the DNA. So y'all believe the DNA results is coming out tomorrow. Do you think, hold on, do you think the DNA test is coming out tomorrow? 1 for yes and 2 for no. Yeah, man, I can't take the bun. Charmaine, you're right. Man can't take the bun. And of course him for hurt. But him can't. But the levels that he's going at no make no sense because he was out there doing a bunch of things. I actually think he's hurt because men can't take bun with cheat. Them can't take bun. You yes, Charmaine, you are correct. But in an Anthony case, Anthony not have no choice. Him shouldn't have no choice, but she just make him have choice. That's the thing. She make him have choice. She should stop apologizing. The fact is that while he was laying up and sending Dalen to check on her, the temperature, while he was laying up with P. And P jumping in her arms and half naked. Row all of it. Thank you very much, Christopher. That's the point. The point is that him not supposed to be complete. All the men think the way that me think on this. That it is outrageous for Anthony be acting the way that it is outrageous. Extremely outrageous. Because we don't know how it is. I hope poor Kai is not his child. And Amber leaves him still. Let's hope. Let's hope. Boy, I don't know if we can hold my breath. While Amber was crying, he was having morning exercise with Rolanda and hopping from Shayla to P's house. Of course. That's what I say. You talk about one little peck for whatever it is. You can't talk Queen Shmeen. The fact of the matter is that's what the man was doing. That's what the man was doing the entire time. So you think it's probably Sunday it's coming out, Ashley? You think it's Sunday? So many storylines just drop off. A lot of storylines has dropped off for true, Laurie. There's a lot of yeah. I think the DNA test results is coming sometime next year. Sold our said next year. Next year before the DNA test come. Anthony is feeling weird. Weird because every time he brings up the various things, it's the same thing. Mary said no, they'll drag it on. If it does and it comes back to Anthony, not Anthony, Shayla will excuse them of tampering, accuse them of tampering with the DNA test. I think so. I think the accusations are going to come. I think you'll have a third DNA test. Somebody said that, and I want to work with what they're saying. I think you're going to have a third DNA test. Amber needs to divorce Anthony and move on. Long time, long time. Do you think that there will be a third DNA test? Hold on. When is the name change supposed to happen again? Diane, I'm gonna get in your comments. I'm gonna read some comments real quick. Give me a moment here, guys. I'm trying to see if we can get you as much comments as we can get you. Don't see why he is making a big deal. He kissed Shayla, Dalen kissed Amber, so what's wrong with that? Exactly. But it might make nice. Kiss for kiss. Why are we stressing about that kiss? We're waiting on the DNA results. Of course, Carolina's it we're waiting. I wish that the real Amber will come back. Yes, because he's going to use this against her. I'm sick of him when he left home for almost a year. Almost a year. That's why I'm not care about the kiss. That's why O'Neal does not care about the kiss because you've been out getting enough time. He was too busy in Shayla's taco box, and that was in the past where Dalen and Amber had kissed. He gone long time, but don't need it long time. I don't care if they reveal the DNA test tomorrow. No, my thing is, will there be a third DNA test? I think somebody says, people are thinking, yes, there's going to be another DNA test. I keep asking, what's the breaking point for Amber? And I don't know it. Ladies, in your estimation, did Amber tell Anthony about the kiss Victor and spending the night with Victor? Me not think so. Me doubt it. Dalen is a scapegoat for Anthony to thank you, M. Johnson. This is where they make Dalen all this time as a scapegoat. Dalen has always been a scapegoat. As them use Dalen, Dalen is to be used. They're always going to use him. They're always going to use him. That's who the character is. They use him and abuse him. Them use him and abuse him. Them use him and abuse him. That's what them do with Dalen. Let me see a comment here, Faye. Yes, Anthony is justifying him betrayal. Him justifying it. That's what he's doing. He's justifying the mere fact that him sleep with Shayla. The kiss is to justify Anthony. It's not for nothing else. It don't do nothing. He's you him try to use it. Only know men can't battle up their feelings like us. Well, true, you know. Fair am my breaking point, to trust me. I want to talk about the DNA results. I wanted the DNA to come out so we can get past this hump. We're on the same page, Faye. Faye, we're up on the same page. Me know why I move past the kiss. Trust me, you and O'Neill is on the same page. I want us to move past the kiss. More flatten past it. It would be, let me see, let me read y'all's comments. Let me read some comments. Men do keep them feelings bottled up. You are correct, you know what I mean? For the most part. It's supposed to happen this month. Definitely, possibly, but you never know how Wayne will go about the storyline. Hold on. O'Neill and Amber is nothing but confusion. God almighty. Boy, Anthony not easy though. Anthony says she's not but confusion. She is confused. She is definitely confused, for sure. Amber gave Anthony a dog tag because he's definitely walking around like a sad puppy. And going on like he's innocent, like he wasn't out there with Shayla making a whole baby. What is the problem? You need to take a look in the mirror. A kiss for kiss finish. The kiss done, man. But done the kissing itself. That's a good question. Someone asked a question just now. Let me see if I can go back to it for a little bit. It's not the dog tag. Candy, let me read a comment, Candy. I forgot Anthony did send Dalen over there to check the temperature. Of course. Yes. Do not forget, say it. Listen, this is the man's fault. Him have a duty for do, and what the man do is ask him brethren for go check on him girl while his girl was sad, moping, and put the man in a position. Good God. And then when he's done, him come cuss the man. Why you think me so upset about the entire thing? But it is what it is, you know. It's just, you know, that's why it upset me. Amber gave up her power. He still should be working toward her happiness and their happiness. She has allowed him to flip the script. That's what I think has happened. Has Anthony flipped the script? That is a good question. 1 for yes and 2 for no. Flip the script. Why man find out if I flip the script? Make it look like same a thing there. O'Neill and Anthony, your noodle. Mary, I've got said it. No one is telling Anthony you made a baby. Nobody's telling him that. You're right, one journey. Nobody now tell him this. O'Neill, do you ask a rat to guard cheese? Exactly. Exactly. You know, send rat for guard. You can't send rub cheese from puss nose and then expect something different. And Anthony trying to find fault in Amber for every situation but can't fully take accountability for his own. That's correct as well. I agree with that too. I hope the mailman and Dalen reached the Dalton's estate at the same time. There was a question I wanted to ask with that, with the mail. It was in my head just now, and for some reason it come up because I had a very interesting question. Yep. Anthony's just killing time while he's hiding money. So when things really go left, he could make his great escape. That's the question may I ask y'all. Is this a distraction to divorce Amber and leave no money for her to get? That's a question because as of right now, they are actually together. They're not in a divorce as of right now, so he can move things around. They're not in a possible divorce. That I question. That's a very good question. ALM, let me see a question, ALM. Amber should have gotten with Dalen. Light skin with light skin don't work. Dalen is dark, chocolate. There you go. Maybe she need Dalen in her life. So, we say nowadays rats are vegan, no cheese. Anthony is full of ish. Dalen is a friend to the end. Of course, Casey, one of my best friends around. Amber needs to be preparing for her comeback. She needs to take her artist and sing at bar 44. That's what I say long time. Our business she should have focused on. But me think him a try for me think he's doing something underneath the covers. This is where Mama Brenda need to show up because Amber needs to be woken up. She asleep again. She fall asleep again, boy. They're probably gonna show Pierre telling Shayla about Dalen and Amber. Of course, I'm gonna show that. Definitely gonna show that. Cool, get lost, Anthony. The judge will bounce him. Yeah? Well, let's hope. Let's hope. Same to hide the money, not true. The law says that during reconciliation, the money cannot move around. That's a good question. Hold on. Let's check this. Let's check this. Reconciliation. Okay, well, let's define reconciliation based on Georgia. It's a good question that you've asked here. Give me one moment. Let's ask some question. What is, all right, here's the question. How long does it take for reconciliation to take place in Georgia? I think that's the question I want to ask. All right. One journey, because of you, I have to pull this up. So in Georgia, here we go. Let's get some facts. So what do they consider reconciliation? In Georgia, reconciliation can differ to different legal processes with varying times, depending on whether you're referring to a divorce or a mortgage foreclosure. The time it can range from 30 days to a year. All right. If a couple decides to reconcile after filing a divorce, Georgia provides a waiting period that can be used for that purpose. Mandatory 30-day waiting period. In uncontested divorce, the minimum 30-day cooling off period. You see that? So your question now is, have they already gone 30 days? Have they already passed 30? This is your question. 30 days. That's your question, this. Because y'all don't realize that Antonia move smart. 1 for yes and 2 for no. So una say him can't move money around, you know. So let's check. Contested for couples with disagreements over issues like asset division and custody. That them also there you go. You see this? So they're saying 30 days are what them consider. Let me go to chat GBT. Hold on, folks. Hold on. We're going to do this tonight. We're doing this tonight. If you're not plan to do it, me don't know. Go bed is fine, me understand, but we're going to do this tonight. Let's try and see if we can figure this out as to if that's a plausible argument. Let's see. So, if a couple, give me a moment, guys. I'll read some chats. Give me 1 minute. If a couple decides to no longer get a divorce in Georgia, how long before each party can move assets again? This is a very good one journey. It's a very, very good question. Very good topic for we look on right now. I'm not a lawyer, but I can help you find the question. Here we go. Moving assets. By moving assets, I assume you mean transferring or disposing of otherwise changing ownership of property, right? That might be subject to division. Once a divorce is filed, restrictions apply. If the divorce case is dismissed, meaning both decide to stop. If the case is formally dismissed, then those divorce-related restrictions typically go away. Once there's no pending divorce action, there's no divorce proceeding. That's restraining asset movement under those orders. Georgia doesn't automatically forbid the spouse from moving or disposing of their assets if there is no court order restriction restricting that, unless there was some other legal constraint. If just withdrawing intent versus formal, it's important whether divorce is just paused, withdrawn, or formally dismissed. Until the case is dismissed, standing tentative orders may still be in place. So, in other words, this is why I say I think me know what he's doing. What I think he's doing. One journey. Thank you very much for this. Very good topic. What I think Anthony is doing, and you guys can tell me I'm right or I'm wrong. I will have it too long to type. What I think Anthony is doing is using this case to, again, like me said before, to pressure Amber, to let her think that she's this wrong, folly, whatever else it is, so that the full weight of the divorce can be dismissed. Because once the divorce gets dismissed, he can move assets. Yes or no? Give me a take. Yes or no? Yes or no? That's what's going on right here, so. Yes or no? This is what I was talking about when I say him a play the game. We cussed about it the other day, but me showing you how the man a work the thing. This man is a tactician. I want y'all to understand this. When I talk about Anthony, I don't take him light. I respect Anthony as a personal. I'm going to tell you what I mean. Them say if you respect your opponent. If you think you're betting on Amber, like me I bet on Amber right now, then me have to respect the opponent that is Anthony. And I think some of the times you know, respect what Anthony are going with. You take him for joke. Just like I say Anthony now change or is not changing. People say, no, O'Neal, you give it a chance. And Anthony I play games. Games, you have to respect what Anthony I tell you right now. That's what I think Anthony doing. Anthony is playing this as much as he can play it because the better you have to respect him. When I say respect it, it means like I want you to understand. It means say you must revere him. That's not what it means. It's like you playing football or you're playing soccer or you're playing a game against someone else. You're taught that you must respect your opponent. Why? Because your opponent can outdo you in any given moment you don't respect. The moment you start taking them light is the moment. Well, me hope him come up short, because he might play the game. Emma says, Anthony, me hope him come up short. That's definitely his plan. But you'll never win when you play dirty. It will backfire. True. But let's see. Sometimes these people win in the short term, This is why he told Shayla to trust the process. There you go. There you go. Rico DIY. That's why the man has to trust the process and Angelina behave like whatever. Long game. Don't forget that they just renewed their vows. So hold on. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Mommy, we love you so much. You have given me something different. Give me one moment here, so please. Give me something here, so. Give me one moment here, mommy. You're correct, mommy. What about if the couple renews their vows? This is lovely, mommy. This is lovely. I love this. Great question. Nuanced question, Georgia. Renewing vows after deciding not to go to divorce can emotionally symbolic, but it doesn't automatically have legal consequences unless tied specific actions. Okay, watch this. So they've said, so here it says, if you haven't divorced yet, if you haven't dismissed, hold on, let me give some space so you can read it. Watch this here, so guys. Watch this. Let me put it up so you guys can see it. I apologize for that. There we go. There we go. Watch this. Look at this right here. So we're going to read this. Mommy, this is really, really good. This is really, really good, mommy, for us to really examine this. Renewing, if you haven't dismissed the divorce, we're going to say not dismiss it, but you decide to renew your vows anyway. Renew your vows while the divorce case is still open doesn't dismiss the case or lift the standing orders. Until the court officially dismisses the divorce, both spouses are still under the court restrictions like not selling or transferring property. To fully restore rights, they would need to file a motion to dismiss the divorce case with the court clerk and to have their attorney to file a joint dismissal order. Once entered, restrictions end immediately. Very, very good. So in other words, he has to, him have to work the thing as much as him can work it to get Amber to drop whatever it is. This is it right here, so. This is it right here. So in other words, he is working on getting, in other words, we think we see the plan. We think we see the plan. Him renew the vows, but them still need to drop it. So I think that he gave her the vows thing again as another plan. So in other words, it probably is another play. Renewing the vows. Hold on. Renewing the vows was a show. There we go. 1 for yes and 2 for no. I'm coming to read some comments. Give me y'all's take. That is why he wanted Pierre to hold that $2 million. There you go. Hold on, man. We'll read some comments. And Brittany not doing that. Well, let's see. Because anything Amber tell her to do, she have to go do. Anything Amber tell her to do, she have to go do. Anyone have Victor number? I need to call him. I'm waiting on the wings. Where you say you give him a green card? Did Brittany dismiss the divorce? That's a good question. Let's try to see if we can find it. I don't know if she dismissed the divorce. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she dismissed it. Amber dismissed her divorce. Country. Let me see if I can find a skit with that. Give me one moment. She filed for the divorce, and the question is the divorce still in play? I think it's still in play. If you ask me, I think the divorce is still in play. I don't think the divorce is done yet. Amber, let me try to find it here so first. Amber tells Brittany not to do the divorce. Let me see if we can find it. I'm trying to see if we can find it. Here we go. Here we go. Give me a moment. Let's see if it got through. Let's see if the divorce went through.
Like Amber is coming into herself.
Oh, thank you.
You look good.
Thank you.
One journey is for you. This is for you, one journey.
You should keep going.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Let's get some ideas here. So.
Okay. So, I got some good information from one of my friends. He's an attorney in Chicago, and we were kind of going over, details of the case without giving your case information away. But he was just telling me, like, you really gonna get a lot more than you think you're gonna get because it's gonna go over a continuous period of time. So I'm super excited for you, babes. Are you excited? Act like you're excited.
That's good.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I can't wait for you to get your money, and I want to get mine.
I'm not gonna divorce Anthony.
Come again?
I'm not divorcing Anthony.
There it is right there, sir. Hold on.
Have a baby mama. Because if he truly loved you, he wouldn't have did you like that.
Brittany, I am gonna see where this goes with my husband. Okay? And you can either be my friend and support me or not. I'm not about to keep going back and forth with you about this. I made my decision.
You're right, Amber. I'm wrong. There is no judgment. But let me make one thing clear. I don't got it like you. I work hard for everything that I do, and you still gonna pay me. And when Anthony shows you his real intentions, you'll be back to this. So it's all good.
It's always about money with you, Brittany. But let's get out the sun.
There we go. So that's what's going on. So we don't know. So they have left it open. We don't know if it has occurred. It looked like they have left it open. We can't confirm it. I will try to research this one tonight, but we can't confirm it. It feels like is a good question you're asking, One Journey, but we don't know if she dismissed the divorce. Me no know. Amber only told Brittany that she's not going through the divorce. Yeah, so it don't feel like they have it don't feel like them officially dismiss it. It don't feel like she signed the papers and them go through the courts. But maybe me no know. It feels like them they have left it open. It feels like it open. So in other words, the case may still be open. So I think it's still open. We think it's still open. Do you believe it's still open? Me kind of believe it's still open. Do you think the case is still open? And that's why I think he's going to the gamut to try to see if he can get her for do certain things. One for yes and two for no. We haven't seen him with his lawyer, but it feel like that's what's going on. Yeah, so there you go. There you go. It feel like the divorce still open. If it is, then that would cause whatever it's. But at this point in time, hey, he's still trying to make money and doing certain pieces. So it is what it is at the end of the day. You know what, Mary, I've heard this take. What if Amber's one playing Anthony? I've heard it, and I hope. Only hope that only hope say Amber the one doing the play right now. Because boy, if she's not the one, I'm telling you, she going to be falling right on her face. If Amber is not the one doing the playing of who playing who, she gonna fall upon her face for me. I swear to you. She did. She did. So Norma says, O'Neill, remember Amber told her brother that she doesn't trust Anthony. True. But so far I don't know what she's showing. I don't think Brittany with this video was knowing that who Anthony is. You're right. You're right. The writers are not even thinking about this. But when they start seeing it in the chat, fear. Oh, you know, say fear. You know, say the writers use us. But you know what, though? I don't mind the questions. Mommy, thank you very much. And One Journey, thank you very much. I don't mind the questions because, again, like I said, I always learn from these skits because I didn't know that topic to look up before. I've never thought about that. I've never thought about that. So you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I still admire when you guys put these things inside the chat because I get to learn a lot. Really get to research. I've learned a lot since watching the series. Based on the research that you've had to do each time, I love it. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. Brittany don't know that they renew them vows. She don't know. You think it feel like it's still open, Rita? I think it's still open. It probably might still be open. It feel like it's still open, to be honest. The act of the renewal of the vows, remove the reconciliation. You're thinking that that's what happened? They're saying that the act of renewal doesn't necessarily mean if okay. The answer to this, Faye, is that based in Georgia's law, Georgia's saying if a divorce is filed until the divorce is dismissed, until they dismiss the case in court, until it's dismissed, then it's not. It's still in play. That's what they're saying. Well, the writers are always going to use us, because we are John Public, and John Public dictates what needs to be seen. So feel privileged, of course. You're going to feel privileged. It's like you guys tell me I want a performance, and I said I'm going to have to do something for the people who are members of the channel. I'm going to have to do a members only show, essentially. You know what I mean? Because y'all really support the channel in a different way, so I'm going to have to find a way and means of getting there. Like just doing a whole I'm gonna like 1 hour pretty much of a performance. I'm gonna book out a studio, and then get some musicians, and that's kind of what it is. Anyway, friends, I know it's nighttime. I know it's a Friday night. I know I take up all y'all's time. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna talk to y'all soon. Have a wonderful night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully we get a DNA test. Talk to you soon.